It's starting to get cooler out in September. I think fall is my favorite season. Now, it used to be spring, new life, but now it's fall. The suffering of summer, the heat, the struggle is being met with a time of refreshing. And you're cooling off. It's starting to move from just being overly hot to like this wind just coming in and saving you from all of that. So spring is nice too. I used to enjoy spring because I hated winter because I would get sick every winter. It was just the cold made me sick, and so I didn't like the cold. But then after I started running a lot, I built up quite a tolerance to the cold with all of the cold air in my chest. When you run in it three mornings every week, you get used to the cold. It doesn't bother you as much. You have more of a tolerance for it. And I take cold showers, so the cold doesn't bother me as much as the heat anymore. I used to have no problem with the heat. Now it makes me feel gross. My brain doesn't work as well when it's hot. If I'm in the van praying and just those summer days, man, it gets horrible inside of a car that's not turned on. So that's one of the reasons that I like it when it's cold better, is because I can pray anytime I like during the day. I don't have to, if I slept in, no worries. Because during the summer, it's like you've got to pray between 5:30 and 7. Or it's just going to be too hot. You could pray between 7 and 8, but typically beyond 8, it just gets too hot in the car. And so fall is when you can go out and pray in the car anytime you like. And of course you can always pray anytime you like, but it's not the same as when you're able to pray out loud and pray secretly, and like Jesus did all the time. He'd be going to some isolated place, a mountain or a desert, to pray. And it's so convenient that we can just go into a car right outside or into a secret room that you have somewhere, rather than having to go all the way. There used to be a place I would pray about a mile and a half away from here, and so I'd walk there or I'd run there, but it's a lot faster just to go right into the car. So that's one reason that I like the cold better now, is just because I can just put on my my robe and be warm. And the cold is kind of refreshing. The Bible actually talks about that in Proverbs, the refreshing of winter or the refreshing of the cold. I don't remember, but it's like the relief, maybe it says. I don't remember, but it's I do like fall. Fall is my favorite weather. I think my favorite seasons now would probably be fall, spring, winter, summer. It used to be exactly the opposite. Summer, spring. Maybe it was probably spring, summer, fall, winter, I think is what it used to be. So spring used to be my favorite, but now it's only my second favorite. It's like in the 70s range. Those are my top two favorite seasons. But of course I love the snow and I love swimming, but it's not the same as when you're a kid. You have all the energy and all the friends. Swimming alone, not a lot of fun. Swimming with a bunch of people that don't want to play and do fun diving games or throwing balls around and jumping in the water or whatever. I mean, people get boring when they're old. Your friends get boring when you're old, and life gets more boring when you're old. So summer's not the same, but fall is always nice now. So peace.